Road, Ramco Court. So I walked there. I find this humble gentleman called Mahmoud and Muhammad. There were two, but one of them was, they had done a studio for fun. Then it was professional, but they weren't working with artists that much.
Yeah.
So I came in, I'm from Uganda, I want to do some music, record. Oh, the guy said, you sing? Yeah, I sing.
Wow.
Get into the booth and show me what you can do. I got in there. I had a CD which had 11 instrumentals. I sang my heart out on those 11 instrumentals. My face, my eyes in the eyes of that gentleman on the other side of the screen.
Yeah.
When I was done with the 11th instrumental, the guy said, come back tomorrow, we start recording.
Wow.
I was like, damn.
But it's that hunger you had.
That was it. I didn't care whether I didn't have food or what. And he could tell, because I remember he offered me a cup of black tea and bread. So my lips were dry at that time.
Wow.
But I could not tell him.
That was Molly Skillibang on Kiss FM. This is the Morning Kiss with Muchina and Sid. We are still hanging out with the Bebe. Cool.
We are in the presence of greatness.
Legendary.
Yes.
Legendary, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, so you have some quick fire questions for you.
Yes.
Whatever comes in your mind, unajibu, all right?
Aye.
So the first question, ugali or matoke?
Ugali.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you'd say matoke.
Matoke is water.
Matoke is
gym
water.
guy. Yeah. Plain water.
Okay.
If you don't want to put on weight, you go for matoke.
All right.
Okay. What is life teaching you right now?
That time is a major key factor.
Time is a major key factor. I want you to explain that, just because that's deep.
You really have to give everything time, because humans, we're good at wanting things at that specific time we want them.
Yeah.
But not everything will happen at that time where you want it. And that's where you find most people giving up.
Okay.
Yet, all you need is to give things time.
I love that. Yeah.
Everything needs time.
All right. Nairobi traffic or Kampala traffic?
Kampala traffic.
This is worse.
This is crazy.
Nairobi is worse.
Yes.
Really? I thought you'll say
but even then, after that bypass,
yeah.
I still feel Nairobi traffic is. Or maybe it's because I'm Bebe.
Yeah.
Because you see, in Uganda, for me, I would not wait. I would pass by the
you
pavement.
see?
Really?
Yes.
That's
and
now
I
the
prefer
thing.
to pay the check.
Okay.
And in Uganda, there's an opportunity to, go head on the
Oh.
other side if you have the siren or if you
Okay.
had a lead car.
So you have a siren and everything. A minister's child. This
No.
It's Bebe cool, my
Bebe
darling.
cool.
What is wrong with
Very
you?
cool.
But I don't break the law. I only break it once in a while if I'm ready to pay that traffic ticket.
Baby cool.
But there's an opportunity to get to the airport quick.
Wow.
Baby cool.
But in Kenya, you cannot. Once you're stuck in traffic,
You are stuck in
You are
traffic.
that's it.
You're cooked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a suggestion, if you may. I don't know if you have a brother or a cousin. You give my sister here. She needs a Ugandan man.
yes, I do
I
have
actually
brothers.
do.
You
And,
need.
I
and
don't
we are
mind.
Muslims. We can take 5 wives.
Stick
Wait.
with her without. With a Ugandan
Listen,
man.
I have heard stories about Ugandan men, and they're good reviews.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
All right, the last
Listen,
question.
would you make a good spy, do you think?
I would.
You?
No,
Why?
I wouldn't.
You
I
wouldn't.
wouldn't. I'd say too much.
All right, the last question. What's your all-time music icon?
I think Michael.
Michael Jackson.
Me and you,
Same.
yeah, we'd be
She
friends. I feel like me and
loves
you,
Michael
we're friends
Jackson.
already. Yes, because me, Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love that. All right, now let's get into the album. You have Break the Chains, which is out. I've
Yes.
listened to the songs of that album. I've already told you Motivation is my absolute favorite.
You need to listen.
I love it. I've listened to most of them.
You
Motivation.
need to listen.
Motivation
over and
is all my
over. You'll drop
favorites.
motivation.
Yeah, really?
It seems like you have a favorite.
I don't. That's where I'm coming from. Telling him he
Yeah.
needs to listen
To,
more and
to,
more.
to all of
Every
them.
time I keep listening to it, and imagine I've recorded it for over 1.5 years. I did, but I kept on changing goalpost on choice of which song.
Oh, okay.
Now you
We-
said you have you finished?
No. Because
Okay.
my question was actually because on the album you have 16 songs.
Yes.
And the artists of today mostly they prefer doing singles.
Yes.
You did an album. This is
Yes.
a body of work of art.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because one of the things that I love is to lead the way in East Africa, where most people don't believe. I just don't like to take advantage of my people or fellow artists. When there's an opportunity to show them the right way, I do. It was okay yesterday when there was no social media, but now everybody knows there's social media and it's all about content. So how do you tell me one song as content is better than 16 songs as content? It's definitely not true.
Yeah.
Right now it's time to go back to albums, because the more works you have, if I have 16 songs, I'm going to shoot 16 videos. I'm going to have 16 behind the scenes.
True.
I'm going to have way too much material between now and the end of next year pushing the same album. While you who's got one single, in 1 month you push one single with everything and you're done. Now you gotta go back to studio and bring back a second one and start all over again.
Over again.
Right.
Yeah.
You get it. So it doesn't make any sense. And secondly, singles are acceptable for starters, but established celebrities who have been accepted by audiences,
Yeah.
you need to bring works. People need options.
Yeah.
And then third, let me open up something very important for the Kenyan industry: the arts, the artists, the DJs. In today's world, songs should not go beyond 2 minutes.
That's actually a conversation that's been happening because of the attention span
Yes,
of people,
of people,
it
that's
has
true.
gone
Yeah.
down.
Yes.
Okay.
So how do you have one song which is like, for example, my song called Check with Joshua Baraka?
yeah. Right.
It's 1 minute 45 seconds.
It ended too quickly.
Too quick. So now people don't really be there to be watching your 3 minutes or waiting, listening to your 3 minutes for longer.
Unless it's
like
really
those
good.
days. Okay. So now that means an album can be less than 25 minutes.
Right.
So you have more different things to keep people entertained as an album.
That's true.
Also, this album, you say that you were exploring different sounds from
Yes.
what you're used to, because
That's true.
And I feel like you were being hard on yourself when you said you feel like you've been doing the same thing. I don't
Yes.
think so, but Afrobeat, Afropop, Afro tech, and especially in a time when Afrobeat is taking over the world, you deciding to jump on this wave, was you trying to be relevant in this time? But tell me more about that decision.
The decision is based on the fact that East Africans were ahead about 10, 15 years ago when it came to the African platform of music. I mean, remember the days of the Kora Awards in South Africa, Mobo Awards in the UK.
Yeah.
You'd hear Kenyan nominations, Ugandan nominations. The Tanzania wasn't really being amongst those. So we became a bit comfortable with what we were doing here. We never pushed, because if you consider Nigeria today, artists are complaining, too much Nigerian music. If you look at the charts, Spotify,
Right.
Kenyan charts full of 70% Nigerian,
Yeah.
or Ugandan charts. For us, top 100 Ugandan Spotify, most streamed songs.
Nigerian.
We have only 2 Ugandan. That is
Oh,
one
wow.
Joshua Baraka and maybe Bebe. Again, that is with Check, which is just recent, or maybe 3 songs. So the 97 is Nigerian.
Yeah.
So what does that help you to understand? It does help you to understand or identify 2 things that are important. Today in the world, music is about streaming. Now, it is our own people in Kenya here who are streaming the songs that are coming from Nigeria.
Yeah.
They are streaming them because of a certain reason. The style, okay? The style of songs, the quality of songs, okay?
Right.
So instead of fighting them, saying, why are you streaming that? Why are you? And these are the young people.
Yeah.
Instead of fighting them, what you do as an artist, go back and do exactly what those Nigerians have done and give your people exactly the option they want. If they want Afrobeat, they are showing you they are streaming 90 songs of Afrobeat. Yes, we have done the Kenyan Genge, the
Abanton.
Abanton, what. It's okay, you can do that too. But then, on the other side, it is bright to know what the market requires at that time.
You said don't overthink it.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
So for me, I kept on trying to, push my Ugandan thing in there. It wasn't working because it's still Ugandans. I still see them streaming Nigerian.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, if you're streaming Nigerian, let me go
Let me
do the
give
same
you.
thing.
Let me give you what you want.
And guess what? They are now streaming it.
I
Wow.
love that.
I had only about 40 monthly streamers.
Oh, wow.
Before, that is 30 days back.
Yeah.
But now I'm clocking 170. in 30
Nice.
days.
Really? Wow, that's
It's
dope.
170, monthly streamers.
I love
And
that.
then I had less than I had about 800,000 streams. But now, in total, I
Yeah.
should, after 30 days, maybe it's now about 2 million.
Wow.
Oh,
30 days.
wow. Amazing.
So you can see that it's an obvious thing that our artists need
The
to
concept
look
has
at.
been proven.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I love that. Now I've listened to the album, and I think the album talks about mostly it's very inspirational and motivational. According to me, that's how I perceived it. And how important is this message of motivation, especially for the young artist in Africa? You're a pioneer in this industry.
Yes.
How important is that message for young artists?
Extremely important, because at this moment, for example, this interview and the things we're talking about,
Yeah.
this should motivate every single person in the arts industry. Be you a DJ, be you an artist, be you a TikToker, this should motivate you. I mean, you're looking at a 47-year-old guy reinventing himself in a new style, continuing with the journey of music, coming in with the new sounds that are trending in the world.
Yeah.
Then the question is, you as a young person, what are you waiting for?
What are you doing?
What are
Right.
you doing?
Collab was in this album. Yemi Alade.
Yes.
Joshua Baraka. Joshua Baraka, first of all, has the Gen Zs on
Yes.
on his
On
hand.
chalk
like
hold.
that.
Yeah.
Right. And he's killing it. He's
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
talented.
you
doing
know,
well.
it's for him. I saw that, and I said I should have Joshua on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason was because back home, it was becoming difficult for the older our generation
Yeah.
to accept him. Our generation is still keeping the likes of Bebe and Chameleon
Yeah.
on top.
Yeah.
Yet we have the young ones coming in, and that mentality has really affected our industry in Uganda. It has
divided.
affected the artists.
Yeah.
So I said, if I can bring Joshua Baraka into their heads, and Joshua will also take me back to the Janeses.
Yeah.
I think that's a good deal.
It's an
I love
exchange.
So
that.
it's a beautiful exchange we made.
You need to listen to this song, because this is another one that's going to put you on a chokehold.
That's my favorite.
Oh my goodness.
I love this one.
Check.
Thank you.
And if there's
Bebe
a
Cool.
challenge, by the way, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Pull up on the Instagram page, Choco Show.
Yeah. At home when you're alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm very sure even after check, you'll make up your mind.
Oh my God, that was so beautiful.
She did
Bebe
for the
Cool.
check.
You know,
Give
waiting
me the
for
check,
the
cut
what?
the check for the
Moolah.
moolah.
Wait.
You know?
This is Muchina and Cedar on Kiss FM on Kenya's #1 Hit Music Station. We still have Bebe Cool. Bebe Cool,
Superstar.
man. Such
Yeah.
an amazing and a pleasure to have you on.
you.
You know, he said he's never been on Kiss.
Imagine.
But this is the first time
Yeah.
he's coming to Kiss. It means that you are right where you should be.
I
This
should
is
have
the
been.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. That's why I told you time is a very big
That's the
factor of
thing.
life.
Man, absolutely. We love that you are here, Bebe Cool. Now you're in Kenya.
Yes.
What is it that you have come to do in Kenya?
Well, I'm out here to, first of all, do my media tour, return. It's been a while. I've
Yeah.
not been directly in touch with the fans. I've taken it, serious. That's the first time I do my this next album, which is now Break the Chains.
Yeah.
I'll begin my tour, my East African media tour, or my African media tour from Kenya.
Nice.
Because this is where my real,
This is the
roots are.
roots.
This is where
Yeah.
I come from.
All right, now we have like 2 minutes to go,
Okay.
but we're gonna do this quickly. There's a place. I think I heard you saying how imagery is very important. How somebody looks in showbiz is very, very important. Why do you believe image is such a powerful tool in the music industry?
Because the music industry is the business we do is called showbiz. So show means you have to see first before you hear.
Yeah.
So the impression, 50%, you have to impress the eyes. Once the eyes are impressed, then it's easy for the ears to respond well. Look at a beautiful woman. Before she speaks, you're already enticed and happy to say you're welcoming them. So when they sit to speak, that's when everything is done.
Also, you've won so many awards in your career time. Is there that one award that if you get, you feel will validate your whole career?
Well, I think my best award in life that I'm looking for is the check, the big check.
The money, the
money.
moolah.
I mean, we
Moolah,
all
really.
work for the moolah. So if I get my good moolah, I'm okay. So give it an example. If I come in Kenya for a concert and then I have about 20,000 people watching a concert and my pocket is big, or if I get my record deal, big banger, one more, global 1, 2, 3 tracks, and then I've got my pocket. I think that should be the best award for anybody.
I love that. And speaking of that, you performing, what are you like on stage?
I'm a lion.
Raw.
I still if you remember, if those who had an opportunity to watch Bebe, Red Sun, Chameleon those days, it just anticipated into much more. I believe in strength, energetic performances.
That's how you keep fit. I've seen how you be flexing.
Bebe, cool. Take this woman to Uganda. I've told you.
I should
look for a man.
And I
for
came
her.
with a good number of young men.
Yes, please. She's very single. She's complaining July it's cold now. Yes.
You're putting me out like
I
this.
am giving you away to a Ugandan man. Thank you so much, Bebe Cole. It's been such a pleasure.
When we get the album, when we get you on social media, Kuna Challenge, tell us about all of that.
I will, and definitely I would like to thank all the Kenyan fans who are listening to this beautiful show. And I request you to go out there on all the platform. My Break the Chains album is right there, so stream it. Let's support each other as East African people. Let me send this quick message, if you don't mind. We keep talking about Nigeria having numbers. 200 million people, they are supported by their numbers. Okay, well, there's an opportunity for us as East Africans.
Yes.
Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, South Sudan, and Congo. We over 250 million people.
Imagine.
So if we can work within ourselves, then I'm very sure that we will get the numbers that we are looking for, because the business is about streaming. So let's go out there, stream our Ugandan, Kenyan, Tanzanian music.
I love that.
And the globe will look for us rather than us going all the time looking for the globe.
Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure. You're such a legend.
Yeah.
It's been such an honor to have you on here.
And for someone so legendary, just being around you is so,
so humble.
Yes.
It feels like we're friends.
Thank
You're
you.
so amazing.
Of course,
man.
we're friends.
Yeah,
What are
I
you
know,
saying?
but I'm just saying, you make our work even easier.
Yes.
So thank you. We
Such a
would
good sport.
love to continue this interview, but the time is running out. But thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
We're going to have another song by Bebe Cool. It's called Circumference.
Before that, we say goodbye
All
because
right.
he did it.
Oh, yeah, he's coming.
Bebe is coming through. Keep it Kiss. If you're not listening to Kiss FM, we'll go down.
Muchina. Let's do this.
Tune in for more tea now on the morning.